All right, welcome back to the Game Smash podcast, and as always, I'm your host, William Liberty, and with me uh, is, hello,
They were
Fawwaz.
so close,
That
Tana.
was so close.
They were so close to just closing out the year really well.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
And
we're
and, and then the PlayStation experience happened. But I'm getting ahead of myself.
yeah.
This is Fawaz Muhammad Yusuf.
We've got we're gonna be talking about basically two things: Game Awards and the PlayStation Experience. I think we should probably start with the Game Awards because it's gonna be a long discussion about the experience. But before, just really quick, this week I played Rainbow Six Siege. It's a really good game. It's really good. It's a lot of fun, and it's probably one of my favorite shooters that I've played in a long time because I feel like you actually have to work as a team.
Okay.
Like, I was just surprised. I was surprised at how much fun I was actually having playing this game. And considering how broken Ubisoft launch game, like usually Ubisoft games are at launch, I was surprised to see that this game wasn't too broken.
Too broken.
Well, there are a couple things. Like, the only glitch that I got was sometimes when I would rappel, I would get stuck. But if I just kept mashing the action button, I could usually get out of it.
Okay.
But that only happened, like, maybe once or twice out of, like, the 10 hours I've played of it. So,
10 hours? It came out on Tuesday, Tana.
yeah, I played 4 hours on one of the days, and then I played another 4, and then I played 2 after.
Goddamn degenerates. Oh my god.
Thanks. Throw me under the bus for us. Anyway, that's what I played this week. Do you have anything of note, or do you just want to just
Yeah, I finally started playing the Bloodborne DLC.
Yeah.
Funny story. I actually started a new character
Okay.
because I felt my old characters were over leveled. Because they were like that. The DLC starts after you kill Victor Amelia. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so the DLC is gonna be about level 40-ish. Yeah, I was pretty wrong on that. I just hit level 80, and I finally been able to do the DLC, most of it. I killed the first 2 bosses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the 3rd one. She whooped my ass, but it was a situation where because like the first time I started the DLC, I just wasn't doing enough damage, and I'd get hit and lose like 90% of my health, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, now this one she beat me, but it was more that she beat me. I wasn't just on the level. So I'm finally high enough to play DLC, and it's cool. There's some pretty cool weapons in it. I found 4 of the 10 weapons so far, and there's some really interesting, unique weapons. And apparently there's even some better ones coming down the line. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
The boss I'm fighting, she uses this really cool sword that breaks up into 2 swords that makes me want to start a new character because I'm pretty sure it's a skill weapon. So it makes me want to build a pure skill character. And then I realized that that the best skill weapon in the game is also one of the hardest weapons to get in the game.
Yeah.
And I throw that idea out the window.
Yeah. All right, well that's cool stuff. I'm hopefully gonna try and get my hands get to the DLC eventually, so that'll be fun. All right, so let's talk about the Game Awards. So the Game Awards happened. Let's just go through the winners, and then we can talk about the whole thing, just in general.
Okay.
So Game of the Year, Witcher 3, Wild Hunt. Yeah. I think that's a pretty solid choice. I mean, I never got to play it, but from what people told me, and overall, I've seen good stuff from Witcher 3, but you were the one who got your hands on it because you played it.
The Witcher 3 is a good game. It wasn't for me. I didn't enjoy it. The storyline is kind of boring. The primary campaign is kind of boring, but I found it boring. But boring is subjective. But no, I have no qualms with The Witcher 3 winning. I wanted Bloodborne to win, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't even be mad at The Witcher 3 winning.
Yeah. I mean, out of all the picks, it could have been a lot worse. But yeah, pretty cool and very very in tone with Game of the Year. CD Projekt Red won Developer of the Year, and to be fair, I think they deserved it because the
They
amount
definitely deserve that.
because the amount of free DLC that they just were shooting out for Witcher 3 was ridiculous. Like,
Yeah,
damn.
yeah, no, no, 100%. They deserve that award. Like, even if The Witcher 3 was not as good as it was, just the support that they gave it, 16 free pieces of DLC, in addition to a gigantic video game that they released this year, a bunch of patches to fix, like, I mean, to fix issues in the game. They added New Game Plus post-launch, and then in addition to all of this, they still had this. Calm down, Fawwaz. They still managed to release a solid, apparently solid DLC in Heart of Stone.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
no, like no argument there. CD Projekt Red are the developers of the year.
Yeah. Good on them for getting the award. Best independent game, Rocket League. I'm fine with it. I still
You don't sound fine with it.
I'm okay with this. I still think Undertale should have won because I got way more out of Undertale than I did Rocket League. Not to say that Rocket League's a bad game. It's a very fun game, but it's a sports game. It's a really fun sports game. Like, but it didn't really reach into it didn't really reach into my soul like Undertale did and just knock me out of the park. So I was a little bit disappointed, but then I was also kind of like, you know what? It's still a pretty fair. It's a good game, so I can't be too mad at it. I just really wanted Undertale to win, but I don't know.
I feel you.
Yeah. Best mobile game, Lara Croft Go. Okay, don't care. All right. Best narrative, Her Story got best narrative, and I'm like, I get it. I get it, and I think it's actually a pretty solid choice because of how the game's story is actually told is really really interesting and unique.
Yeah.
And hasn't been really done a lot. Like it's how you tell a out of order story properly. Like, remember how I was bitching about how I think Beyond Two Souls has one of the worst out of order stories in the world? Yes, on multiple occasions. This game does out of order right because it does it very very well, and it's a mystery, and it's actually a pretty good mystery, unlike Beyond Two Souls, which is just a clusterfuck of stupidity. But yeah, I think that was actually a pretty good overall. Best score and soundtrack. Now, you were a little bit disappointed that Bloodborne didn't make the list.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, I've gotten my hands on the Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. I think the soundtrack is actually really, really good, and especially I was really happy at the show they actually played Quiet's theme, which is awesome. Like, Quiet's theme is great. It's a really great, dramatic, very beautiful, like soundtrack kind of, you know. It's a very beautiful song, and I do actually, when I was thinking about it, like, even though I've got problems with Phantom Pain, I was like, you know what, that soundtrack was still really really good. So I thought this was a good win overall. And then the funny thing about the next one was best performance. So why don't you tell the story about what the fuck happened?
Okay, so it's funny how it happened, right? I go into the kitchen. They're about to give the award, but I don't really care. So I go into the kitchen to go make myself something to eat, and I don't hear who won it, but I hear what game they won it for, and I hear The Witcher 3. I'm like, okay, I don't care, right? So then I come out and I see, what's her name again?
Viva Safer. I sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but it's Viva Safer.
Yeah, I see Viva Safer accepting the award. So I'm like, oh, okay, I just misheard them when they said The Witcher 3. No, it turns out Jade Raymond, who, quick digression, when she comes up to give the award, she throws a little bit of shade at Konami, and she's like, you know, what would a video game character be without the perfect voice actor? Can you imagine Metal Gear Solid without David Hayter?
Yeah.
Back on point, though. So she comes out and she brings out the envelope, and she's like, you know, the award goes to Viva Schaefer for The Witcher 3. So she got she got the voice actress right, but she got the name wrong. Jeff Keighley actually released a tweet after the awards apologizing. He was like that was his bad. There was a mishap with the envelopes and stuff, and yeah. But no, fun stuff. I'm happy that she won. I mean, I honestly I'd never even heard of this game until you brought it up.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
podcast.
And I was like, that's fair, but it's also kind of. I feel like it was kind of loaded for her to win because the entire game is searching through clips of an actual voice actress. Sorry, not a voice actress, an actual actor in a room.
Yeah.
Like when you boil it down, it's a game about watching 30-second to 60-second clips of this actor telling her story. So it felt like it was kind of unfair in some regards, especially since some of the other actors, they did like motion capture and whatnot, which is a more like active thing to do and more difficult to do. But I still think her performance in the game was actually really good. But I can't go into too much detail because of spoilers. So I will stay clear of that. But like I said, I was pretty happy, but I felt like she had a little bit of an unfair chance to take that.
Okay.
I don't know what the next category was. It was games for impact.
Let's just skip over.
That we'll just skip over. It was Life is Strange, but whatever. Best shooter, Splatoon. Yeah, I'm super happy about this.
Yeah, so am I. I didn't even follow that. But yeah, glad to hear Splatoon won.
Yeah, because it was the most creative shooter. Like out of all the shooters like that were on the list, I felt Splatoon was the one that was the most creative.
Definitely.
Next, best action adventure got Metal Gear Solid 5. Yeah, I think it deserved at least that award. And because it feels good to play. Like Metal Gear Solid 5, like the controls are really, really smooth and it feels good to play. Like there's nothing really design wise that is really annoying, and it kind of flows really well.
Yeah.
So I thought, yeah, sure, action adventure, sure. Like there's other problems with the game, but it's not the gameplay that's the problem. And next on the list, best role-playing game, well, Witcher 3, you know, okay, sure. That was a given. I kind of expected it.
Yeah.
And best fighting game, well, I kind of predicted it was going to be Mortal Kombat X because it was a shit list. And next, best family game, Super Mario Maker. Yeah, it's a really great creation kit, and I've seen some amazing, really interesting, cool levels, and they've actually updated the game a lot, which I didn't know until recently. Like they were adding patches to give players more stuff to work with. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Which I thought was really, really cool. Like, you know how Little Big Planet would release DLC packs and you would buy them and they would give you extra tools to work with?
Yeah.
Well, what they did something similar with Mario Maker, but it was free. It was just like a patch update, which I liked. So, yeah, I thought that was it's a good family game. Best sports racing game, Rocket League. See, this is where I felt Rocket League should have won and not. It's like you could have given Rocket League best sports racing game. You could give Undertale best. Okay, whatever. Not important. Best multiplayer got Splatoon, and then finally best art direction, Ori and the Blind Forest. And yeah, the art in that game is really, really beautiful. So I thought that was also a noteworthy winner as well.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see. So what did you think of the Game Awards overall?
Okay, overall, so my opinion on the game on the award is split, right? Mm-hmm. So the show itself was actually really good. Mm-hmm. It was a solid show. I really liked the Industry Icon Award. Yeah. I had no idea Westwood Studios were the father of the RTS and pretty much the father of competitive gaming, as it is, right? Yeah. I had no idea. I had no idea the effect that I didn't even know that the people that created Doom, the people that created Command and Conquer, I actually had no idea. So I really liked that, and I'm already looking forward to who they give the award to next year to see if who else they can shine the light on. It was well produced. I also like the fact that because like my issue with the Game Awards before, when they were the VG whatever, when they were what they used to be, was that it always felt like they were trying to appeal to the mass media. You know, they had like Samuel Jackson, what's this thing called? Hosting. They had Snoop Dogg performing. They had all these, you know, quote unquote cool people showing up to the award, you know, to try to like just they had all these like okay let me take that again. This award this show felt like it, and this was something that started last year. It felt like it was an award. It was a video game award show for people that play video games.
Yes,
you know, like the performance. You had this chick performing the theme from Quiet from MGS5. Quiet's theme from MGS5. Last year you had you had these people performing the theme from Zelda, you know, stuff that video gamers give a damn about. They made it an award show for people that play video games by people that play video games. You know, the average person would look at it and have no idea what Quiet's theme sounds like. I don't even know what Quiet's theme sounds like. But you know, like I really appreciated that and I love that aspect of the game. Now onto the bad. I used to watch the VGAs for one reason and one reason only: the reveals, right?
Yeah.
Always really good reveals at the VGAs. Uncharted 2 and 3, The Last of Us, Mass Effect 3, Arkham City, Skyrim. All these games were revealed at the VGAs. God of War 3, Halo Reach. These games got their gameplay debuts at the VGAs. Like, these are big name games. How do we go from Skyrim to Shaq goddamn Fu?
But Fawwaz, it's Shaq Fu.
How do we go from The Last of Us to more Telltale games? Seriously, that's two
like
Telltale
okay,
games.
I will admit, I still stand by Telltale has made some good games, but I don't think that they deserve to have their games being shown at the VGAs. Like they're just not heavy hitters. They're not heavy hitters.
I'm not saying that they don't make good games. I don't like their games at all. I mean, let's never get into that on this podcast. It's going to be long enough as it is. I'm not saying they don't make good games. That's not the point here. I'm saying you cannot say The Walking Dead in the same sentence as Mass Effect 3. I'm sorry. You can't.
That's fair.
And this is someone who doesn't even like Mass Effect. You cannot say The Wolf Among Us in the same sentence as Skyrim. Okay? Like, that's just the fact. They announced, they come on stage and they're like, oh, we have this big surprise for you guys. And then they're like, Rocket League for the Xbox One, something that leaked like 2 months ago. They come up and they're like, oh, we have a Shadow Complex HD remake. People in the crowd are like, Shadow Complex? What the fuck is that?
I know what Shadow Complex
I know. I actually played Shadow Complex. It's like a poor man's Metroidvania. It's not bad. It's Metroid. It was Metroid for the Xbox.
But like, still, it's like an HD remake.
An HD remake of a game that really wasn't even that big to begin with. That's what we've come to. I like look at the list. Look at this list. I'm like Batman.
I will say. Okay. I have to say a couple things though. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. I will say this. I know. Okay, The Walking Dead one. The reason The Walking Dead one didn't impress me for a couple reasons. One, I was kind of like, okay, it's only a 3-parter, so it's gonna be super short. And two, it's not even following the Walking Dead character I care about, which is Clementine, which is the character that they made and created and is one of their best character in their games. And I'm just like, why aren't you continuing her story? So that ticked me off. But when Batman got shown, I was like, okay, I played Wolf Among Us, and Wolf Among Us was a really great detective game.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it because I like being a detective in video games. So being Batman in a detective game would be kind of cool. Would it be amazing? Probably not. Batman's been in a lot of games at this point, so it's not exactly like breaking headlines or anything like that. But still, it could be interesting. But the biggest thing about those two trailers is that when I saw them, I was getting shivers because I was thinking, oh no, this is the VGX, oh god. Because Telltale showed off Tales of the Borderlands and Game of Thrones at the VGX, and that was it. And like they were the only noteworthy thing about that stupid that stupid. Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, let's not talk about the VGX.
Yeah, let's just remove that. I will say this though, and I know you weren't excited about it, but Psychonauts 2 took me by surprise. I was like,
oh no, I was, and then I realized it was a Kickstarter, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was a little bit, but I was kind of like, you know what? At this point, like Tim Schafer, he has no money. Like Brutal Legend bombed so badly that.
Well, that's what you get for putting Jack Black in your video game.
Yeah, but Jack Black was in what was his last Kickstarter game? Broken Age.
Jack Black was not in Broken Age.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was like a side character. And he had like a small role in the game.
Oh, it was a side character.
Well, he wasn't a main character. But the biggest thing about Tim Schafer is that Brutal Legend unfortunately bombed so hard that nobody wants to give him any money because they know his games aren't going to make that much money. But there's an audience that likes them. Like,
yeah. No, see, Psychonauts 2 was a pretty cool announcement. It'd be a pretty cool announcement if there was like a bunch of other things, right, that were announced at the. And just real quick, something I wanted to touch on with the Batman Telltales game, right? Like, you summed it up, but I just want to touch on it really quickly. Like, see, I think Telltales is oversaturating the market right now, right? I mean, for God's sake, they've got The Walking Dead, they've got Tales from the Borderland, they've got Game of Thrones, they've got a new Walking Dead game that isn't even the one with Clementine, and now they added Batman to that, right? So like Telltale's like games are like saturating the market, and then so it's a saturated developer taking on an oversaturated character. So I mean, technically, it is the perfect marriage in my. But I'm like, okay, like, and I do agree to an extent, right? Playing a detective in a video game would be cool, and I understand why they went with Batman. He's popular. Because, like, people asked me about this, and I was like, one character I'd like to see Telltale's tackle is the Question, right?
Yeah, like, we talked about this. I think the Question is super awesome.
Yeah, the Question or Constantine. These are two characters I wouldn't mind seeing. And now, granted, they don't have the pull of Batman. So, like, I completely understand. Doesn't mean I have to like it, which is my issue with it. Because I'm like, it's Batman, okay? Like, I'm sick of Batman at this point. Seriously, we've had four main Batman games in addition to, like, all the spin-offs.
No, I agree with you at that point. I'm just like... I'm excited. I want to see more. I want to see what kind of story that they're going to tell with Batman. It depends because, like, it's hard to see what kind of story they could tell with Batman. But I was really surprised with what they did with Wolf Among Us, and I was surprised at what they were able to do with the content because. I liked Wolf Among Us, so I liked it a lot, and I actually bought the comics. Like, I bought the actual graphic novels for Wolf Among Us. And here's the thing, though. I like them. I think Telltale did a better job of writing writing the characters than the actual graphic novel.
The graphic novel is based on the game, though.
No, it's not. The graphic novel... It
is.
No, the game...
Okay, see, the game is based on a character from a graphic novel called Fables, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, is that...
Oh, okay, because there's the Fables graphic novel and there's the Wolf Among Us graphic novel.
Oh, yeah, that's its own separate thing. But I'm talking about... The Wolf Among Us is kind of like a prequel story to Fables. But anyway, getting back to my point, is just I was surprised that... I enjoyed the characters more in the game than I did in the actual original source material. So there could be good things about this, there could be bad, but I agree with you. I think the problem is that I would rather see Telltale, instead of releasing new episodic games continuously, just maybe 2 a year or 1 a year. I don't know, make a more robust experience instead of keep releasing, game after game after game after game. I don't know, but that's their whole Telltale thing. What else got announced?
The MKX, the second fight pack got revealed. It was Leatherface, the Xenomorph, Boraicho, and crap, I can't remember what it's called, but it's a combination of the three cyborgs, Sector, Cyrax, and Smoke. I think it's called Tribot. Yeah, they dug really deep for that name. Honestly, it's a cool look. It's a cool collection of characters. The trailer is pretty cool. I hate guest characters. I
had a feeling you probably wouldn't have liked that. I was surprised too that there were so many guest characters in this.
4 guest characters altogether. Mm-hmm. Like that's 4 slots that could have gone to like. I mean, like 4. gone to actual Mortal Kombat characters. You know, like I hated it when they included Scorpion in the DLC for Injustice because there's like thousands of DC characters they could have included instead. And I feel the same way here. You know, when they announced Jason, was it Jason or was it Freddy? Oh wait, it was Freddy in MK9. Yeah, it was Jason.
MK9. Yeah, Freddy.
Yeah. Yeah, when they announced Jason, they announced Predator. I don't know, but Borat 2 was pretty cool, and Tribots. I mean, obviously I don't know anything about him because he's technically a brand new character, and I am glad that they did not include all three cyborgs because that would be redundant, you know.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that they joined them all together into one character, but yeah,
it actually makes perfect sense because since that game has like styles, like you could have each character is their own style.
That is I did not even think about that, but wow, that is actually a very good point. Yeah, then you could have like the Sector, the Cyrax, and the Smoke style. Wow, yeah, good call there.
I have my moments. Yeah. But overall, yeah, there weren't as this year was a little. It was weak in compared to other years as far as like the big reveals and whatnot. But yeah, I will admit there could have been some better stuff that they could have shown as far as like world premiere. But I was okay with the list. The other thing that I really want to give shoutouts to is fucking Jeff Keighley and almost everyone throwing Konami under the fucking bus. Because Konami, in their beautiful, majesty of genius, decided to ban freaking Kojima from the Video Game Awards. So, let's just say if Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain won Video Game of the Year, like Game of the Year, right? He wouldn't have been able to accept his own, he wouldn't be able to accept the award. Like, that's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
And I love that Jeff Keighley just dropped the mic and said, "Look, we're not gonna dust this under the rug. We're gonna throw you under the bus and make sure everyone knows that you're doing this."
Yeah. No, for real. It was really, 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 I don't want to say disgusting, but yeah, disgusting is the best word I can come up with.
Yeah.
What the hell? I mean, I'm guessing it's like contract issues and shit like that, but it was a dirtbag move by Konami. And yeah, I completely agree with you. I'm glad Jeff Keighley brought it to the light. He didn't dance around the subject or anything. And like I said earlier, Jade Raymond also threw some shade at them too when she was giving out the award for best performance. I actually kind of felt bad for Kiefer Sutherland because he's kind of caught in the crossfire. But I think he went on stage. I don't remember clearly, but I think when he went on stage, he gave a shout out to Kojima, not Konami. So yeah, man.
Because from behind, I've seen a lot of behind the scenes footage of him with Kojima, and he seemed like they were actually pretty friendly during the development. So I'm really glad that he did that. Although somebody pointed out that someone went like, "Wow, his little speech had more dialogue than the actual game that he was in." Because he talks very little in that game, like a surprisingly little amount. Honestly, the Rowan Atkin Downs, I think, is the voice actor who plays what's his name? Fucking
Naked Snake?
No. It's the actor who plays. I'm completely drawing a blank. He's your buddy throughout the game, and he did a way more voice acting in the game than Keither did. But which is why I was almost like, I think he deserved a shout out more than Keither because he did so much voice acting in that game. But
what was his name?
Rowan Atkin Downs, I think.
Rowan Atkinson?
No. I'm gonna look it up right now. All right, live on podcast. Here we go. All right. Looking it up right now. Phantom Pain. Why am I looking at images? That does not help me in the slightest. Robin
Atkin Downs.
Yeah.
I don't know anything he's been in.
Miller, Kazuhiro Miller, because the amount of voice work that he did as Kazuhiro Miller in Phantom Pain was ridiculous. He probably did about 72 hours of friggin' dialogue in that game. It's ridiculous with all those tapes.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on though. But yeah, I'm really glad that the news got out and people were supporting Kojima. As much as I had problems with like some of the things in Phantom Pain, I could tell that I don't think all of the problems were necessarily his fault.
Yeah.
I feel like part of the problem with Phantom Pain was like it was kind of clear that because of all the shit that happened with him and Konami, that Konami just said, we want this game just done because we just don't want him in our office anymore. We just don't want him in our life anymore. So it's a shame. It's a shame that that happened. But overall, I think the Game Awards were pretty good. So yeah, I was overall pretty happy. So now we have to talk about the PlayStation experience. So I'm just gonna let you take it away because you were very passionate when we were talking about this earlier. So
well,
take
unfortunately, we did not record this podcast right as the PlayStation experience finished, or I would have let the expletives fly. At this point, I've calmed down.
Yeah. And because I was confused because I saw like the PlayStation experience is still continuing because we're recording this at like late Sunday, and there was PlayStation experience day 1, which was Saturday, and then this is like day 2.
Okay, so this is how the PlayStation experience goes, right? They have a press conference on day 1. Like a 1-hour press conference showing all their brand new stuff.
Right.
And then after that press conference, they have a show floor with a bunch of games playable, and then people play the games. They have streams that they stream gameplay for the weekend. So that's why it's still going on. You can find streams. Well, by the time y'all are listening to this, it'll be over. But yeah, like right now, you can go on Twitch and find people streaming certain games from the experience, and footage is being uploaded constantly to the YouTube channel. But anyway, man, the PlayStation experience was whack, man. Like it was so bad. It was so bad. I cannot adequately explain to you how bad it was.
Here we go. Play by play.
It starts off with some Uncharted gameplay. Like right there, I should have known. It started because like they started with Uncharted. I was like, oh my god, this is so smart of them. Because remember how I was criticizing them at E3 for starting off with The Last Guardian and finishing with Uncharted, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh wow, look at this. They're actually learning. They're starting with Uncharted this time. Let's get that out of the way, and then they'll show us the big guns later. So it started with Uncharted is a terrible demo, man. Just him and his brother talking. I'm like, who thought this was a good idea? Seriously. Like I understand the voice acting in that game is phenomenal. The graphics are amazing.
Don't
the
worry,
motion capture is on point. At least maybe I'm probably in the minority here, but I don't care. I don't want to sit there and listen to these two babble on.
I wanted to say something about that trailer because.
Oh please.
Okay, here we go. I kind of didn't mind it, but I will admit this was a weird trailer to show at this experience because you know what it reminded me of? Do you remember one of the trailers before Last of Us came out? It was like it was a scene from The Last of Us, and it was when they met Bill for the first time, that crazy guy, who was in the town.
Yeah.
The trailer reminded me a lot of that. Like, it's just a cutscene. It's just showing the relationship between Ellie and Joel and this crazy guy, Bill.
Yeah.
And I thought the trailer was it was just kind of neat to see like a little cutscene from the game. That being said, though, it was very similar, and I kind of like, because the two voice actors are Troy Baker, who actually played Joel in The Last of Us, and Nolan North, he's freaking Nolan North. Like, they're both really, really good voice actors and motion capture actors, and it was kind of nice to see them in the same scene together. But I will admit, like, this is a weird trailer to show at like the big conference kind of thing. But I also kind of feel that maybe they just thought, you know what, the first time we showed Uncharted 4, Nathan Drake just like glitched through the world and fell through a void. The second time we showed Uncharted 4, Nathan Drake just didn't give a fuck and didn't move for like 50 seconds. So I was like, I feel like maybe one of them just went, you know what, let's just show him a cutscene, let's not worry about the game just imploding.
That's funny.
But I agree with you that it was a weird trailer to show. But keep going.
But then they started for that trailer. I was like, okay, cool, whatever, right? Let's get it out of the way. Then this nigga comes. Oh my god, this dude comes out in a t-shirt with Crash Bandicoots on it, right? And, the whole crowd is going wild and stuff, and he's like, oh wow, if that's what we started a press conference with, imagine what we have in store for you guys. Yeah, nothing. That's what they have in store for us. Okay, the next thing they show is this. It's a decent trailer for Final Fantasy 7, but I don't care about that game. I hate remakes. I hate remakes in any kind of media. The entire concept, I absolutely hate it. I absolutely hate remakes. So right out of the gates, I did not care about Final Fantasy 7. The game looks cool. I can't lie. They changed the gameplay. It's not turn-based anymore. It looks more like Kingdom Hearts than Final Fantasy 7.
Which is why I like that trailer a lot.
But yeah, I just don't.
I know. Remakes aren't for you.
Then this overly excited lady comes out yelling about, oh my god, are you guys excited for video games? I'm like, yeah, actually, I'm kind of excited for video games. I think that's what I came here for. Oh, okay. So we've got Call of Duty 3 DLC. Yawn. We've got Battlefront DLC or some shit about Battlefront. I honestly wasn't paying attention. So then this other dude comes out, Randy Pitchford, I think, from Battleborn. He talks about Battleborn, shows a new Battleborn, which was actually pretty cool, and says that PlayStation PS4 owners are going to get an exclusive character for taking part in the beta. We're going to get it for free. Xbox One owners are going to have to pay, which is kind of scummy, to be perfectly honest with you. Because
it's kind of scummy. Yeah.
It's fun to be on the receiving end of that, but when you're on the other end, that I don't like that.
Yeah, because it's kind of like how I felt how Rise of the Tomb Raider is a timed exclusive for the Xbox One, and it was like I really liked the other Tomb Raider game, and I couldn't play it this year.
Yeah, it's not cool. I hate it when developers do this. I'm really into cut back on this bullshit. Then Ono comes out. Oh no, you little troll! And he's like, you see, this part was actually pretty funny because he made a point that that I hadn't spoken about, that I hadn't thought about yet. The character that he revealed, Fang, Fang. It's an acronym for something. This is the first character that didn't leak.
That's kind of amazing.
Like Street Fighter 5 itself, the announcement leaked before the PlayStation Experience last year. Then pretty much, some characters didn't. Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, those characters didn't have to leak because everyone knew those characters were going to be in the game. But almost every single DLC character leaked. All 6 DLC characters leaked. He came on stage and he was like, oh yeah, the DLC characters are going to be Balrog, Alex, Urien, Juri, Ibuki, and Guile. Surprise!
I saw that fucking image and I'm just laughing my ass off.
We got some of the we got some of the silhouettes wrong, which is funny, but we got all the characters right. All 6 of them. And there's going to be a season pass for the game that I'm not going to touch because you can buy all the games with in-game money.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, I just found that really funny, and I felt bad for Ono because it's like every single thing about this game, it got to the point where he actually had to start joking about it. At the PlayStation Experience, he was like, "Yeah, so all this stuff was leaked already, but you guys can act like you haven't seen it yet, please. Thanks. Okay, cool." Then that finished, and then this dude comes out in a hockey jersey with some really bad jokes, and he shows a bunch of third party indie games. Like, are you kidding me? Some of them look cool. There was one, oh my god, what was it called? It was by Adult Swim, like a very pixely Castlevania type game. Yeah. It looked cool, but at this point I was like halfway through. Then they come out, they announced a bunch of a string of indie. I'm never going to talk about all of them on this because that
was something that I agree completely with you. Is that this conference had a lot of indie games. And nothing against indie games. I got nothing against indie games, but there was a lot of indie games at this event.
Sony is going to make me start hating indie games. Straight up. Like, talk about Psychonauts VR, Don't Starve Together, Invisible Ink. I love it. They show us a trailer for Invisible Ink, and we still haven't released it. I'm like, so what was the point of that trailer? We knew it was coming to PS4. You told us that in April.
Yeah.
So what was the point of that trailer? You know, the game is out on PC. So if I want to see gameplay, I can go look up gameplay on YouTube. Mm-hmm. All I want from you is the release date at this point. Then they announced this other cool looking indie game called Brawlhalla. But yeah, indie game. Then they announced Yakuza 5 and Yakuza 0.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool, can't lie. Then KOF 14 still looks like shit. Then a bunch of PSVR stuff I'm not even going to acknowledge on this podcast.
We're not into VR. If you like VR, it's nothing against you, but we're not into VR. That's true. But don't forget Neo, Samurai Souls.
Oh yeah,
that trailer was freaking cool.
That trailer was cool. Like I'll give them that. The gameplay, that game looks really cool. I'm really excited for that. Since Capcom have their heads up there. Yo, funny story. Quick digression, and this is a very very minor thing. It's a room. It's okay. Capcom recently got the Onimusha trademark. They recently registered the Onimusha trademark.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
don't read too much into it, but just a little bit to just throw that out there. You heard it here first, or on the internet. They recently registered the Onimusha trademark. The last time a company registered a trademark for a game was Valkyria Chronicles.
And that came true. So
just keep that in mind. It doesn't mean anything. It could mean like a mobile Onimusha game. Capcom's got their heads up their asses. I wouldn't put it past them. Just keep that in mind. But yeah, so the Neo actually looks really cool. And I'm glad to see more of it because I was worried that we'd see it at TGS and we wouldn't see it again until December 2016 when we're hearing that it's been delayed to 2017. So I'm glad to see that we're getting a steady stream of gameplay because I'm actually, because as I've made pretty clear on this podcast, I love Bloodborne. I really enjoyed that game. I'm genuine. I cannot.
Such a turnaround.
I really enjoyed that game. So like it's a Souls type game, obvious. I mean, like there's no hiding the fact. It's a Souls type game.
We're calling it Samurai Souls for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's Samurai Souls. Period. With Geralt from The Witcher 3 as a protagonist. But yeah, it's a Souls game set in feudal Japan. It looks amazing. It looks really cool, and I'm excited for it. That trailer looked cool. So hats off to them for that. But then after that, it was PSVR for like a while. They announced Ace Combat 7 though. That's one thing of note. I've not been a fan of the Ace Combat series, but for anyone out there who is a fan, there you go, Ace Combat 7. Then they announced Ni no Kuni 2. Yeah. That was like the first thing. Like I was an hour in. I started watching this press conference at 1:10. It was 2:41 when they announced something that I gave a damn about.
Yeah, I will admit, like, I was really interested because Ni no Kuni is a really unique kind of game. Like, there's not many games that have that particular style. Yeah, like, it's very Miyazaki. It's very Hayao Miyazaki, that very famous animator style. I thought it was really weird when I was watching the trailer, and he's like, "We're from the land of Ding Dong Dell," and I was like. Okay, because the thing about Ni no Kuni is it's a little weird. It's a little weird game, but it's very
little. He says.
Okay, a little. It's a very weird game, but it's a very unique game, and I've got a place in my heart for very weird, unique games.
Yeah. Just for the record, the animated sequences were produced by Studio Ghibli, which is Miyazaki's studio, so that explains a lot.
Okay, yeah. It explains a lot. Yeah.
I looked it up right now as you were talking. I wasn't sure either, so I just looked it up because I was like, this looks too much like Studio Ghibli's work for it to just be a coincidence. But they announced Ni no Kuni 2, and that's. I'm glad I didn't buy the first Ni no Kuni. I had gone through a string of. I just got my PS3, and there was a bunch of PS3 games that I really wanted to play. I bought a bunch of them, and I didn't enjoy any of them. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of skeptical of Ni no Kuni after that happened. Mm-hmm. But the game was released to like critical acclaim when it came out. Whenever it came out.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
2010, 5 years. Yeah. Oh my god, it's been 5 years.
Yeah, that's what that trailer was actually really like a big surprise because it's like that game came out so long ago, and I don't know if it was a big success, but I think it was a relative success. So
it was probably a sleeper hit. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like Valkyria Chronicles in a weird way.
yeah, that's a very good point. But yeah, no, like when they announced it, I was like, no, like this. Okay, I was already so angry at that point,
at this point
that I couldn't even get excited about it. But now that I've calmed down a little bit, that's a pretty big deal. That, like, this is a game. It wasn't guaranteed to get a sequel, right?
Yeah.
So it's getting a sequel, and it's Ni no Kuni 2: Revenant Kingdom. Good stuff. Then they closed off. They closed off mic drop moment. They come on stage and they're like, "This is our last game. Enjoy," and then he walks off the stage, and it's like Epic Games come out, and I was actually intrigued because Epic Games is I usually associate them with the Xbox, right?
Yeah.
And then they come out and they're like, "Yo, we've got this new game called Paragon, right? Which is a MOBA." I'm like, "Whoa, another MOBA, lovely."
But yeah,
it's
hero shooters.
Cool.
This has become the year of hero shooters. Like this is
officially the year of hero shooters.
This is the year of hero shooters. Now, first thing I will say, the music in the trailer I actually liked. I thought the music in the trailer was actually pretty cool. That being said, though, even I know it's a pretty CGI trailer, I wasn't really that amazed with some of the designs. Like, none of the designs stood out, like, from the crowd for me. Like,
there was like a typical Epic Games character design.
Yeah, like, because that was the thing. It's like, even Battleborn, even though we've been very critical of Battleborn, like, Battleborn's got a fucking robot butler. Like,
yo, there's a penguin in a mech suit in Battleborn.
Yeah, that's freaking cool. Like, it makes no fucking sense, but it's pretty cool.
It's pretty damn cool. Yeah, the designs. Okay, like I saw the trailer and it looked cool. It looked exactly like an Epic MOBA, an Epic Games MOBA would look
like. Yeah.
But then the trailer finished and I was like, that's it. Oh my god! Like I was home alone. Oh my god, I was so angry. I was like an hour of my life. Okay, here's the thing, Tana, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even comment. Can't you remember when we did our prediction episode? I did not even make any crazy predictions. I didn't talk about Crash Bandicoot. I didn't talk about Mod Nation Racers. God, give me a new Mod Nation Racers. Why? I didn't talk about any of this shit.
Give the poor man Mod Nation Racers 2. Come on, Sony.
Like, I'm not like. I'm the guy that thought the last guy they were gonna come out. When I make my predictions, I make my predictions pretty damn tame. I was like, we're gonna see Horizon, we're gonna see Dreams, we're probably gonna see Gravity Rush 2, and we're definitely gonna see Sony Bend's new game because it has been 4 goddamn years since their last release. Mm-hmm. None of that was at this press conference. Sony Bend released their last game. The last game they released was Uncharted Golden Abyss, a launch game for the PS Vita, and they haven't released anything since then. I wish I could work for a company that doesn't release a video game in 4 years and can still keep the goddamn lights on. Yeah. Like, what the hell? No, okay, you know what? Don't show us Sony Bend's new game. Whatever, it's not ready yet. What about Horizon? Like, we saw it, like...
I was surprised that we didn't really get, like, a new trailer for Horizon, or even if they had just given us, like, a rehashed trailer of Dreams, like, that would have been something. I mean, I wasn't expecting, like, you know how you were saying, like, like, no Horizon, no Dreams, no Gravity Rush 2, no Persona 5. I was like, well, you know what? I wasn't expecting Persona 5 at all. Like, at this point... I
wasn't expecting Persona 5 either, right? Yeah, but I was expecting them to show something, right? Not indies. Like, are you kidding me? This was indie game, the press conference. That's what they gave us. Indie games and VR. Like, okay, there was like a few games here and there like Neo and Ni no Kuni, but 90% of this press conference was indie games. Now, just for the record, Dreams is actually playable at the PlayStation Experience.
So it's there, but it just didn't give a trailer. So
that makes perfect sense because Dreams is the kind of game, at least it seems like the kind of game that demos better live. Yeah, when you actually, it feels better when you actually play it than when someone is on stage telling you about it. So that makes perfect sense. But like Horizon, I criticize Uncharted 4 a lot on this podcast, and don't worry, you guys won't have to listen to me babble on about it much longer. It comes out in March, and I'll never talk about it again after that. But when they announced Uncharted 4, I was disappointed, obviously, because I hate that game. I hate that franchise, right? And then I knew that I was going to have to deal with her with Uncharted for every single Sony press conference until the game comes out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then when they announced Horizon, I was like, okay, cool. Now there's another big game that Sony has that I can look forward to at their press conferences. Apparently, I gave them too much credit in that regard because here we are with more Uncharted. The game is coming out in 3 months, and we're still seeing footage of that. But then Horizon, this new IP that you guys announced that looks really, really cool and has one of the coolest settings I've seen in a video game in recent memory. And
yeah, it's pretty damn cool.
They're like, nope, we're not going to show you any more of that. No. You're actually going to have to wait till E3 again. I come on, guys. I'm not even asking for too much here. Seriously. If they have started the press conference off with Uncharted, did a bunch of their indie bullshit, giving us Ni no Kuni, did a little more of their indie bullshit, gave us a new demo for Horizon, did a little more of their VR bullshit, and then finished off with Sony Ben's new game. I wouldn't be complaining right now. Because, okay, sure, there's a bunch of shit there that I don't care about, but there's enough stuff in there that I do care about, right?
All right, fair enough.
Like, even Detroit, worst name ever.
Yeah, we're pushing that now.
That's officially.
No, it's like wait, what game you call? No, it's not Detroit Becoming Human. That's what everyone thought it was called, but it's been rebranded as Detroit Worst Name Ever.
I couldn't even remember what the official title was.
That's why I love it. I love when you were like, you don't even remember what its stupid mini title was, and you're like, we just fucking rebranded it as Worst Name Ever.
Oh my god! But yeah, okay, so just so we're perfectly clear here, right? I'm not shitting on Sony for 2015 because I feel like Sony had a pretty good year.
Yeah.
Like E3, I've already said,
I enjoyed it more than you. That's the short version.
Yes. But then TGS. I enjoyed the TGS press conference. The Paris Games Week. I keep going on about that press conference because I feel like they handled that really well. And then in between, they've announced a bunch of other games that Nier 2. Nier 2 looks really Nier Automata. Looks really good. That's coming out next year. Neo. That looks good. There's the Odin Spear that looks amazing. Yeah. There's the other game from Vanillaware that we still haven't seen a whole lot of. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of AAA stuff to look forward to on the PS4. I didn't feel that way after I finished watching the PlayStation Experience because I was just angry. The fact of the matter is there is a lot of AAA stuff coming.
There's one point that I do want to say is that there was some stuff that I feel that I was surprised that they didn't show. Like the biggest example is that on December 4th they released a Dark Souls 3 trailer. And I'm just like, why couldn't they just save that for the event? Because that would have been a nice little trailer to throw in.
That would have been a really cool trailer.
And it was very weird that there was a lot of stuff that just it wasn't there, and it was a little bit weird to see that the focus was a lot of indie games and a little less heavy hitters. That was the biggest thing, that when I finished the experience, that there was very little heavy hitters.
Yeah.
However, and I know that you it's very clear you were disappointed. You didn't like it. That's what we're getting from you right now, right? We've established this. But but with me, my expectations were low, and I know yours were low too. But there were still some things that I really liked. We didn't even mention the Ratchet and Clank gameplay trailer that they showed as well. I liked that. Yeah. That was nice. I liked
that was nice.
I liked the Neo gameplay Samurai Souls trailer. That was really cool. I know you didn't like the FF7 remake gameplay, but when you told me that there was FF7 remake gameplay, I was like, what? I wasn't expecting to see gameplay till 2018 at this point. So
no, honestly, I was surprised.
I was surprised to see that. And the thing is that for me, and even I talked about the Uncharted 4 trailers, that I kind of enjoyed it, even though I thought it was a weird trailer to show at this kind of event. I came out of it I wasn't impressed, but I wasn't like just floored, disappointed like you were. I was more pissed off at them last year, because last year was when they pulled off the we're going to show you Final Fantasy VII and we're just going to show you the PC ports coming to the PS4. Now that, you see, you remember that? Remember that bullshit? That was the most blindsiding. How do you think that was a good idea?
Like, I was sitting there like, I don't even want the Final Fantasy VII remake, but I was sitting there like, how do these people not see how this is a terrible idea?
Like, just,
the guy from Square Enix
it's insulting. Like, that's what it was. It was just so insulting to the fans of Final Fantasy, and I'm just like, why would they even think? So I kind of came out of this conference kind of like, I wasn't impressed, I wasn't blown away, but I don't share the same level of hatred from what you got. I understand everything you said. Like, all your points are completely valid, but for me personally, I was like, I just kind of got, I'm sorry, I just, like, I gotta say how I feel. I left the conference not feeling, blown away, but not feeling completely slapped in the face like I did last year. Last year, I felt more slapped in the face because of that in particular. That in particular was just so infuriating to me, because it was like, specifically, like, it's not showing stuff can piss me off, but specifically showing us something that nobody wants just to that pissed me off more. And that's why I kind of came out of this less angry than you for obvious reasons.
You have to remember something. I watched this live.
Yes.
I had set you up. I was like, this is a very disappointing press conference. So, you went in there expecting a disappointing press conference. I watched it live. I walked in here expecting, like, Paris Games Week. I wasn't expecting anything crazy. I was expecting something that was as good as Paris Games Week. I don't even think that's out of the realms of that's unrealistic. But no, like, there was some good stuff there was some good stuff in here. It was surrounded by crap. Like,
that's I think that's what we can definitely both agree, is that there were some good things in this experience, and I thought, honestly, it was better than last year. As shitty as it was. And I felt the indie games, there were way too many indie games. As shitty as it was better than last year. And that's the thing I do want to emphasize. So, even though it was a disappointing experience, it was a tiny, tiny bit better. So, hopefully, in 2016, when they do this again, they will hopefully get it right. I will watch it for you, and you can just play Bloodborne. and then we'll both be happy. We'll both be happy campers.
I'm gonna treat this shit like.
Is there any more final thoughts before we wrap things up?
No, that's just a real quick thing on the Paragon. It's only confirmed for PC and PS4. So technically, as of right now, it is a PS4 console exclusive. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's going to last because this is Epic Games. But I've been wrong before. I didn't think Titanfall was going to stay an Xbox One console exclusive either. So I've been wrong before. Other than that, no, I got nothing else to say. Overall, it was a pretty good year for Sony. Much better than 2014.
Yeah, for sure.
2016 is looking looking very good.
Very good.
Despite them ending the year on a whimper, 2016 is still looking very good. I mean, a lot of the games that we know of right now, not all of them are going to launch in 2016, because I don't even want all of them to launch in 2016, because like that is way too much. But overall, not a bad year for Sony. Terrible PlayStation experience, and
like hopefully we can just, as we said all those podcasts ago, we can just learn from our mistakes and hopefully move on. So I think we're going to have to wrap things up. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you leave a comment in the comment section, we'll make sure to answer it in the next podcast.
Oh, shit, actually.
Do we have a question? Do we have a question?
Yes, one moment.
Oh, boy, here we go. Last minute questions. Who could it be?
My apologies to
J Streets.
I was just so mad at the PlayStation experience. I almost forgot about the question.
How could you forget about our number one fan, Fawwaz? You are a terrible person.
Oh, okay, real quick, before I even get to the question of the day, J Street wanted me to let you know, Tanner, as far as you go in Hearthstone, you do not want this problem.
I don't want
He's
it.
calling you out in Hearthstone.
Have you noticed that I will tell you flat out, I have never played a ranked match in Hearthstone.
So there you go, Jason. He actually doesn't want it in Hearthstone.
Amazing.
But yeah,
Absolutely
so the question of the day. If you could work for a game company, which company would you work for? Why that company? And what job in that company would you like to have? Yeah, so you go first, Anna.
That's a good question.
That's a very good question.
I don't fucking know.
Okay. Let me.
Wait. I have a. Okay, you go first. You go first, and I'll try and think of something. Well, if you're thinking about it, okay, let me think. Give me a couple seconds. Honestly, I know you're all about the game. I honestly Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog has a really good group of people. Like, from overall, like, I've watched a lot of their behind-the-scenes stuff for their games. Like, I know you don't care about Uncharted and those kind of games, but I've seen the people who have made the games, and they seem like a generally friendly group of people. There's a lot of different, there's tons of really great artists, lots of different, gameplay designers, and their narrative is also really, really good. And I, honestly, if I had to work for a game developer, I would want to work with one that had at least tolerable stories in their games.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't work for someone like David Cage because I would probably want to just throw myself out of a window. So, yeah, I'm just saying, like, but I would say Naughty Dog. That's my answer.
Okay, let's just clear something up here, right? Yeah. I love Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
Naughty Dog have released one franchise that I don't like, Uncharted. I love Crash Bandicoot. I love Jack and Daxter, and I really enjoyed The Last of Us. Yeah. There's literally only one franchise Naughty Dog have released that I did not like. Unfortunately, it's the one that we are currently stuck on.
Yeah.
But no, I love Naughty Dog.
That's my answer. What about you?
Okay, me it would be Blizzard, and I want to work as a cinematographer on Blizzard because I like my main thing is video. That's what I graduated from, so I'd actually qualify for the job. First things first. But stuff. I love Blizzard's cinematics. Blizzard is the only company that will announce a game and with a CGI trailer, and I won't be mad.
Yeah, because their CGI trailers are godlike.
Their CGI trailers are insane. So yeah, I would work with Blizzard, and I would work as a cinematographer. And then if I had to pick like the specific team, the Warcraft team, all day. I love Warcraft. And it's funny, I keep saying this because I've never actually played the game. I've got stacks and stacks of Warcraft novels in my room, but I've never actually played a Warcraft game before. But definitely Blizzard, and yeah, definitely cinematography.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
That's great question, J Streets.
Very good question again, J Streets. Keep them coming.
I'm actually curious. Make sure to leave what company you would like to work with in the comments, because I'd be curious. I'd be curious to see.
Yeah, same here. So make sure you comment, and we'll bring that up in the next podcast.
We got your back. We got your back, G Streets. But anyway, we're gonna have to wrap things up now. So hope you had a wonderful time, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.